Welcome to Mind Radiance. Iron is an important mineral involved in many of the body's functions, from hemoglobin production to supporting a healthy immune system. But for all its importance, much of the population lacks it and doesn't even realize. Over 25% of the world's population is deficient in iron. Thinking whether you're getting enough iron in your diet or not. Here are the 14 signs that might indicate you need to up your intake. 1. Extreme fatigue. Have you been feeling abnormally tired and weak? Iron is needed in the body to make hemoglobin, a protein inside red blood cells that carries oxygen throughout the body. When your body lacks enough iron, it has to exert all efforts to provide the energy needed, leaving you weak and extremely tired at the same time, even after resting from a night's sleep. This type of weariness is likely to get in the way of most tasks during the day and can have a serious impact on the kind of life you live. You feel tired immediately upon waking up, and small things like cooking or taking the stairs seem challenging. Chronic fatigue, when not controlled, goes on to bring about decreased productivity and drive. It can even cause irritability and depression. 2. Skin has become. Paleness is one of the most common signs of iron deficiency. When hemoglobin gives blood its red color, in cases where it's insufficient, your skin will look unhealthy and lose its rosy color. This will make you look abnormally pale, particularly in areas like your face, gums, the inside of your lower eyelids, and even your nails. People with fairer complexions tend to show paleness more, but in general it can affect anyone. A change in color like a light pink or white instead of a usually rich red color when gently pulling down your lower eyelid can signify low iron levels in your blood. This is often one of the first visible signs, so, indeed, get a hold of what texture of your complexion changes, especially when feeling other symptoms like fatigue and dizziness. 3. Difficulty breathing. Do you tend to get breathless even during minor tasks like climbing the stairs and walking a short distance? Low iron can impair the body's capacity to carry oxygen, an essential molecule that both the muscles and tissues depend on. Poor oxygenation might lead to shortness of breath and a feeling of easily running out of breath on little exertion. One might start to feel completely winded just trying to get across the parking lot to their car with jogging. Eventually, this can discourage you from engaging in physical activities, which further impacts your overall health and fitness levels. 4. Dizziness and headaches. Iron deficiency can make your brain receive less oxygen, so more frequent headaches and dizziness are experienced. This is most common in females of childbearing age since they lose blood every month during menstruation. This is characterized by less oxygen delivered to the brain, causing it to be hard for one to concentrate, feel lightheaded, and in severe cases, fainting can occur. Frequent, unexplained headaches and dizziness signal that it is time to check one's levels of iron. Chronic headaches and dizziness can also interfere with your working schedule and even driving, along with other daily activities that require your full attention. 5. Brittle. You notice your nails to be more brittle and breaking easily? This may be due to an iron deficiency. Iron is very important for the good health of the cells, including those of your nails. Over time, not having enough iron can make your nails thin, brittle, and easy to break and split, distorting the appearance of the nails and their overall health. You can easily see that the nails peel or have tiny dents and ridges in them. Dry and cracked skin around the nail beds can follow a deficiency. 6. Hair loss. Shedding more hair than normal? This is so because the lack of iron may cause the resting of hair follicles, which activates an increased fall of hair. This occurs in both men and women and most of the time is observed during hair wash or while combing. If you do observe large clumps of hair on your pillow, shower drain, or hairbrush, the chances are that it is due to less amount of iron. Normal hair growth requires appropriate levels of oxygen and all essential nutrients, obviously not provided due to a lack of iron. This leads to thin hair, and with time, hair starts developing bald spots. 7. Unusual appetite. Have a craving for non-food items such as dirt, clay, or ice? This condition is called pica and is often associated with a lack of iron. Pica can have you craving substances that have no nutritional value but may be harmful if ingested. In particular, the craving for and chewing of ice is a common feature of iron deficiency, and it is thought to be an attempt by the body to reduce the inflammation caused by low iron in the mouth. The intensity of this strange craving may sometimes be severe, and you cannot get rid of it without curing the big deficiency. 8. Restless leg syndrome. Do you have an uncomfortable feeling in your legs, especially at night, that makes you want to move them? Restless leg syndrome can be connected to a lack of iron. Restless leg syndrome means that you feel an urgent need to shift your legs uncontrollably, maybe because they feel as if they're crawling, tingling, or itching. Such a situation makes it hard for you to sleep and stay asleep, leading to insomnia and daytime tiredness. The exact cause of RLS is not fully understood, but it is thought that low iron levels disrupt normal dopamine function in the brain, which helps regulate muscle movements. 9. Tongue swelling and soreness. An early sign of iron deficiency is an inflamed, swollen, or smooth tongue. This condition, known as glossitis, involves the inflammation, swelling, and color change of the tongue. In terms of texture, the loss of papillae can result in the surface of the tongue becoming smooth. Glossitis makes it difficult to chew and swallow food, and it can also make talking difficult. Additionally, one might experience a dry and burning sensation along with tenderness in the mouth. If the condition becomes severe, the symptoms can interfere with the ability to enjoy food and maintain oral hygiene. Iron deficiency-induced glossitis leads to noticeable changes in the tongue. The inflammation and swelling of the tongue can make it appear pale or red. These changes may cause the loss of the small bumps called papillae on the tongue's surface, resulting in a smooth appearance. This condition can complicate the processes of chewing and swallowing and adversely affect the ability to speak. Furthermore, persistent dryness and a burning sensation in the mouth, as well as increased sensitivity of the tongue, are common symptoms. If glossitis worsens, these symptoms can significantly hinder a person's enjoyment of food and ability to maintain oral hygiene. 10. Poor concentration. Do you find yourself getting easily distracted and having problems with focus and memory? This can affect the cognitive function of iron deficiency, which can impair focus, thus struggling to focus on the task at hand. When there is not sufficient oxygen in the brain to satisfy the needs of the brain, this may result in poor function of the brain, manifesting as poor concentration with forgetfulness and problem-solving inability. In doing this, it may affect one's job or schoolwork and pose a challenge with common tasks. You will likely feel mentally lethargic, are easily distracted, and not good at holding on to what you read, which becomes a little frustrating and for sure unproductive. 11. Cold hands and feet. Another representation of iron deficiency is cold extremities. If your body does not contain enough iron, then your body has a major problem in terms of temperature control. It usually ends up giving you cold feet and hands even under warm temperatures when the rest of your body feels warm. That reduction in blood flow from low hemoglobin means that your body will receive less blood to its extremities, hence those cold feelings and sometimes numbness. This can be a very pronounced symptom if your feet and hands feel colder and sometimes get numb, especially in cold weather or from having sat for quite a while. In later stages, swelling, tingling, or pain in the hands and feet can also be felt. 12. Heart palpitations. An uneven heart rhythm or palpitations is just one of the many possible signs of a serious iron deficiency. When there is too little iron in the body, the heart has to work harder to circulate enough oxygen, leading to increased strain on the heart. This strain can cause changes in heart rhythm, making it uneven. As a result, you may feel as though your heart is pounding or racing, not only during physical activity but even while at rest. This added stress on the heart over time can contribute to other serious cardiovascular problems, including a greater risk of heart disease and heart attacks. Iron deficiency can have far-reaching effects on cardiovascular health. The lack of sufficient iron impairs the body's ability to produce hemoglobin, the protein in red blood cells that carries oxygen. This means that the heart must pump more vigorously to supply the necessary oxygen to tissues and organs, leading to palpitations and an irregular heartbeat. These symptoms can be particularly noticeable during periods of physical exertion or even in calm situations. Over time, the continuous strain on the heart can weaken it, increasing the likelihood of developing chronic heart conditions. The persistent pressure on the cardiovascular system due to inadequate iron levels heightens the risk of heart disease, which can eventually lead to heart attacks if left unaddressed. Therefore, monitoring and managing iron levels is crucial for maintaining overall heart health and preventing severe complications. 13. Frequent infections. Do you tend to get sick significantly more than normal? Iron plays a role in good immune health. When a person does not have enough iron, his or her body will be unable to produce the proper components for a strong immune response. This will make one more susceptible to infections. It may result in more frequent and longer illness or conditions such as colds, flu, and other related infections. Low iron can drain your general defense mechanism against bacteria and viruses. 14. Depression and mood swings. This is where iron deficiency can also have effects on mental health. Low levels of iron have effects on the production of various neurotransmitters, such as serotonin and dopamine, which usually control the mood in your body. This can lead to depression, anxiety, and mood swings. You'll always be sad, lose interest in what you usually like, and fail to handle stress. Iron deficiency will go ahead to disturb your mood. If you notice any of these signs, maybe it's time to get your iron checked. A blood test can tell if you are iron deficient. Now, there are two ways to pump up the iron. Eat foods high in iron, such as lean meats, beans, lentils, and spinach. Also, consider consuming supplements high in iron. Your body will thank you.